I'm just hoping you could stay.
Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is time for a little bit of a update on Pickpongathon. If you're unfamiliar with what Pickpongathon is, it is a readathon that I am hosting in the month of August to help me celebrate turning 30. Now, I will leave the announcement video linked down below for you, as well as my August Pick Pong, which is where you will get the additional prompts from. But today we're just going to be talking about what the prompts are, some frequently asked questions that I have received, and also what I'm going to be reading for Pickpongathon to be able to fulfill all of the prompts. You obviously would have seen from my Pick Pong the 5 books that I have to read for Pick Pong, but you obviously don't know what I'm going to be reading to fulfill the rest of the prompts. So I figured I'd sit down with you guys, give you my Pickpongathon TBR, and walk you through the various prompts and frequently asked questions that I have gotten. So let's dive on in. I will have timestamps down below, so if you already know what the prompts are and you just want to check out the frequently asked questions to make sure you're doing it all right, or there's a question there that you have sent me that I may not have responded to, it will be there. So the timestamps will be down below. You can go check those out. Now, before we dive into what I'm going to be reading for Pickpongathon, let's go into the frequently asked questions first. So the first and most asked question that I have had is, can I combine prompts? And the answer to this is 100% yes. You do not need to read 9 books to fulfill all 9 prompts. You can 100% combine as many prompts as you want with as many books as you want. So you could fulfill the entire bingo board with 1 book if you're able to do that, or you can combine 4 prompts and 5 prompts and read 2 books. Whatever works for you to fill as many bingos as you can. You do not have to complete the entire bingo board to win or to participate in Pickpongathon. So please don't be worried about that, but you 100% can combine books to fulfill the prompts. The second question that I get asked a lot is, do books that I've already started count? For this one, I think you can use your own discretion. I'm kind of saying if you have started them and you're less than 50% into it, 100% you can count it. If you have started a book and you finish it on the 1st of August, you can count it in Pickpongathon. I'm being super easy. I'm not going to police this. You police it yourself. So 100% already started books do count if you want to include them in your Pickpongathon. Another question that I get a lot is, how many pages do I classify a big book? Me personally, I think a big book is 500 pages or more, but after talking to a few people, I have decided that a big book, to fulfill the big book prompt, will be more than 400 pages. So 400 pages or more will classify as a big book for the big book prompt. I've had a few people ask me about the poll pick. Some of them don't have Instagram or Twitter accounts to be able to complete a poll online. You do not have to do your poll online. You can literally go up to a friend of yours or message a friend of yours a stack of books and say, which book do I read? That is fine. If there is only one person who is involved in your poll, it has still been a random selection of books and picking between those. So whatever works for your poll, do what you need to do, as long as it's been selected by somebody else and there's been more than one choice for that person to choose from. I don't really mind how you go about it. Same with the blind pick. So for me, blind pick was literally put a blindfold on and be spun around and pick from a selection of books. You can do this with your entire shelf. You can do a random number generator on your TBR. You can do whatever you need. You can even go into a book blind, not knowing anything about it if you want to. Blind pick, you can utilize that prompt however you need to. This is all about having fun, so please don't stress about these prompts too much. Yes, there's a giveaway at the end, but I am not going to be monitoring this. It is all about fun. It is all about celebrating my birthday and having a good time. So please don't panic too much about semantics of the prompts. I trust you guys to not say you've read 9 books when you've read 1 book. I won't know any otherwise. Another question that I had, which was quite interesting, was, do I have to stick with my original pledged TBR? No, I do. You don't. You can read whatever you want. You can mood read, you can substitute prompts out. I would love to see what you are planning to read and tag me, and you can also use the hashtag Pickpongathon both on Twitter and on Instagram so I can see your potential planned TBRs. But if you do not read what you originally pledged, it does not harm you in any way, shape or form, as long as you're substituting it out to still fulfill that prompt. Doesn't really bother me. So no, you do not have to stick with your original pledge TBR. I unfortunately have to because that's how my TBR game works for me, but I am totally happy for you guys to swap and mood read as you please. So now that we have talked about the frequently asked questions, let's jump into what I'm going to be reading for the month, and then we'll also talk about at the end the planned dates of the lives and whether they are going to be here on YouTube or over on Instagram. So I will be doing lives both here and on Instagram because I do have a lot of people that were preferring to have it done on Instagram just because it worked better for them because they don't have YouTube. So I'm facilitating doing it on both at this stage. So with blind pick, I will insert a clip here of me being spun around and what was chosen. Okay, so I do need to do a blind pick for Pickpongathon because obviously I'm trying to fulfill all of the prompts. Now I could do a blind pick of my whole shelf, but I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I've brought out all of the books that are on my unhaul project, and I'm going to do a blind selection of one of those because I want to try and get them read. So Anthony's going to come in and spin me around and kind of aim me towards there, and I will pick a random book from that collection of books I'm trying to finish or unhaul. Okay. You can move them around if you don't trust me, but I put them up there with absolutely no idea where what is or what everything is.
Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Cool. Ready?
Yep.
Look at that. Just like a ripcord.
I'm choosing to continue to spin myself because I figure you know.
Why am I here?
I don't know. Okay. So it's about like that height, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This one. I can tell by the feel of it, sweet bitter. Oh, whoa! Okay. There's only two hardbacks. I can't see a thing right now because of being blindfolded. There's only two hardbacks in that list, and as soon as I felt it, I thought it was Sweet Bitter, which is the only other hardback on here. But it's not. It is Black Boxes, which has actually been on my Pickpong before, so it's kind of only ironic that it ends up on there again for this unhaul project. So that is going to be my blind pick. Thank you, Anthony, for your assistance. So that'll be my blind pick for Pickpongathon. Moving along to my first Pickpong prompt. For this one, I am obviously going to go with my book that is less than 300 pages. And for this, I am reading Once Upon a Wardrobe by Patty Callahan. For my poll pick, I put two books that I am reading for book club this month up on my Instagram. I had Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn and Northern Lights by Philip Pullman, and the book that was chosen for me with a whopping 75% of the votes was Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I still do have to read the Northern Lights by Philip Pullman because I am going to be reading this for Jade from JD Ray Reads mini Polathon melting. I can't remember the name of the readathon, but her mini Polathon readathon I will be reading this for to fulfill all three prompts, which runs I think from the 24th to the something of August. I honestly cannot remember, but I have to read that sometime in August for her readathon as well. So both will still be getting read anyways, but this is the one that I will be reading for Pickpongathon for poll pick. For our second Pickpong prompt, I will be using newest published, which I will be reading Sisters of the Resistance, which is the newest published book that I have on my shelf by Christine Wells. This was kindly sent to me from the publishers, and I'm also reading this for my RTHF vlog. For big book, I am going to be going with After by Anna Todd. This is also falling to hit the Pickpong prompt that I had, which was worst, which was someone else's worst list. Originally I had chosen to read From Blood and Ash, but unfortunately I need to read that for September for another readathon that I am participating in, so I had to swap it out with something else. And so I chose a book that was just as big, pretty much exact same page numbers, and that is After, because it was on another booktuber's worst list. I will have them linked down below that video of their worst list as well. That is knocking off both a Pickpong prompt as well as Big Book, which is one of the Pickpongathon prompts. For my other wild Pickpong prompt, I will be choosing Friends Wishlist, and for that one I will be reading Beartown by Frederick Borkman. This was on my own wish list, bought for me by a friend, but it is also on quite a few of my friends' wish lists as well, so it is fitting that I read that for Friends Wish List. For partner/friend pick, I am kind of manipulating my own rules here, and that is how this can work. So I am going to be reading Northern Lights by Philip Pullman, and that is because it was chosen by a group of my friends that are involved in a book club, and it was also chosen by JD Ray Reid, who is one of my nearest and dearest favorite booktubers on here. So I'm calling this a friend pick because it was subsequently chosen from her prompts. I'm counting it. You can be this flexible with your prompts as well. For my final random Pickpong prompt, it is going to be a YA fantasy, and for this one I am going to be reading Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, because it has been on my TBR for way too long and I'm excited to finally be getting to it. Now, as for 5-star prediction, pretty much most of the books on this list are a 5-star prediction. Sorcery of Thorns, 5-star prediction. Northern Lights, reread, 5-star prediction. Sisters of the Resistance, absolutely love this kind of book, so 5-star prediction. Gillian Flynn, Sharp Objects, I've heard nothing but good things about, 5-star prediction. Beartown by Frederick Borkman, I love Frederick Borkman, so 5-star prediction. I mean, I probably will enjoy these other ones too, but these ones are a guaranteed 5-star prediction, so that's I'm gonna fulfill it somehow. So that's how I'm feeling all 9 prompts with 8 books, because let's be realistic, I probably can't read 9. Now let's talk about what lives I'm gonna be doing for the entire month of August. Now, originally I had plans to do so many more of these, but unfortunately we are moving. We are in the midst of moving at the moment. Someone is calling me. Hold on a sec.
Hey, Crystal.
Hi, what is going on? I'm in the middle of filming and I was like, what the fuck is that noise?
Sam called, and then I picked up, and then Sam hung up, and then Tim picked up, and now it's just everybody except Sam.
Okay, let me just pause my filming. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. So that was my D&D group. One of them butt dialed, and then it led to like a 20-minute conversation about D&D. So I have absolutely no idea where I was up to. Oh, the lives that we are going to be organising. So the scheduled ones that I'm going to have may increase. I may do more once we're settled in, but I am being kind to myself and doing a smaller amount to start with, and then I will add random ones. Keep an eye out. I will announce if there's any extra lives both on my Instagram and my Twitter, so make sure you're following me on there. I'll put notifications in my stories as well as tweet if there is going to be any extra lives. I will have a calendar linked down below with all of these dates, times and locations, so whether it'll be on Instagram or on YouTube, linked down below for you. And they are subject to potentially change or add extras too, so make sure you do keep an eye out on my Instagram and Twitter where I'll be posting these. I was planning on having them at set dates, but with me moving, things may go a little astray. Now, the guests that we will be having join us at these live shows will be some of my faves. So we will have Jace from It's Me Jace joining me on one of my Instagram lives. He is a ball of laughs. He's absolutely hilarious. If you aren't following him on Instagram, make sure you go check him out. He's a fellow Australian, and yeah, he's just a ball of laughs. I think he's absolutely brilliant. So he'll be joining me on one of my Instagram lives. I will also be having 2 other friends join me on another Instagram live, and that will be my lovely friend Larissa from For the Love of Wine and Books, and Casey from Through the Pages. These lovely ladies are some of my closest friends over on Instagram. They're absolutely lovely, beautiful people, and yeah, they'll be joining me for a fun party, probably closer to my actual birthday, for a live on Instagram. There will also be a live that I will be doing on YouTube, which I will be having Paige from Pages with Paige join me for heaps and heaps of fun. And then I will also be doing another one with Gem from Bookish Gems. I'll have everyone's pages linked down below so you can go and check them out. And then I'll be doing a few solo ones where we will just be doing reading sprints and things like that. My plan is to have the Pickpong cups set up behind us with some random increments of time on them. We'll throw a Pickpong ball, and whatever it lands in will be the time that we'll be reading for our sprint. So I'm super excited just to celebrate with you guys, get some reading done, finally do some lives because I am yet to go live. So I am so excited for my first live to be for Pickpongathon. So yeah, make sure you do check out that calendar down below. It'll have all of those dates and times, as well as whether it will be on Instagram or YouTube. And they are subject to change, so make sure you do follow me both on Twitter and on Instagram so you can get those updates of any new or additional lives that I will be doing. I think I have covered everything, but if after this you do have any extra questions about Pickpongathon, please let me know. I will also have the sign up sheets linked down below for you as well. You can sign up anytime through the month of August. You don't have to have already signed up before this starts. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. I'm super excited for this. I'm nervous, but I'm so glad that I've already got quite a few people already excited to join this and to help me celebrate turning 30, because it's making turning 30 a little less daunting. So thanks so much, guys. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I'd love to have you around. And until next time, thanks for watching and happy reading.